Who won? Who lost this week? Joining us, Stephanie Miller, host of The Stephanie Miller Show, former house guest Kato Kaelin, who's now with National Lampoon, and John Ridley of The Huffington Post. All right, first up, Tom Cruise. MSNBC.com broke the story that he would be back on Oprah's show next month. His first visit since his infamous couch-jumping episode 3 years ago, where he bizarrely proclaimed his love for Katie Holmes. In Touch Weekly also reported this week that Tom and Katie spent $100,000 on their 2-year-old daughter Suri's birthday party. Yes, $100,000 for a 2-year-old, including $17,000 for flowers, $5,000 for dessert. Quite a week for Tom, so the question, is he a winner or a loser? Stephanie Miller?
You know, Dan, if there's anything a 2-year-old really appreciates, it's an exquisite floral arrangement. They particularly like really rare orchids. $100,000 buys a lot of scary clowns, Dan. That's a party.
Kato?
Well, first of all, I'm going to say the winner goes to Oprah and Tom for the ratings. It's going to be aired in May. Everybody's going to see what he's going to jump on next, who he's going to jump on. And incidentally, when Tom, the $100,000, that was actually found in Oprah's sofa cushions. So, it's kind of a push. John, and I was invited to that big birthday party. I was invited to the party, but I had to watch Maddox play soccer with the Pitts. And that Zahara, boy, she can really drink Orangina. Whoa.
John, all right, look, bottom line is Tom Cruise has been having a lot of bad PR lately. I mean, on a sort of more serious note, he's got a lot of rehab to do here with Oprah.
Yeah, and the best way to start that with the American public is to spend $100,000 on your kid, because people can relate to that. Look, clearly he's a winner for being able to go on Oprah Winfrey's show, but I think the rehab is going to have to start again once people start asking about. I mean, there are 24 guests at the party, Dan. That's $4,100 per guest. They're the winners.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to say that he's going to end up being a loser. I'm guessing he's going to do something on Oprah's show that's going to make him a loser. All right. Coming up next, Hannah Montana's risque photos. Jenna Bush reveals she may not vote for McCain. Child star Gary Coleman heads for divorce court. Whether he's still a virgin remains uncertain at this hour. And reality... Back now with the week's winners and losers in our panel. Up next, Hannah Montana, a.k.a. Miley Cyrus, and she had a big week. First, there were these rather racy photos of the teenage Disney star that turned up online. Then People magazine reported that Miley is the world's richest teen and will be worth $1 billion, yes, $1 billion by the end of the year. And then it was revealed the 15-year-old will be penning a memoir of her life. Yes, all 15 years. Racy photos, not so good. Memoirs from a 15-year-old, kind of weird. But $1 billion, it's hard to call her a loser. Isn't it, Kato?
Let me tell you, Miley Cyrus, winner! I'll tell you why she's a winner. She's on fire. She can do no wrong. This girl can do no wrong. The memoirs, it doesn't matter, 15. I was privy, Dan, to read one of the pages. It's pretty good. It was Friday night. Billy Ray and I went to Chuck E. Cheese. I ordered cheese. They gave me a pepperoni. It's going to be big. And now, as far as the racy photos and Bill O'Reilly, that's really a non-issue, because the Hannah Montana fans do not TiVo Bill's show.
Yeah.
Hannah, you got nothing to worry about. Winner!
Yeah. Stephanie, these memoirs are going to be more anticipated than Kato's were.
You know what? 15 is fascinating. So one time I got a zit at band camp, and then... But you know what? I think he's right about Bill O'Reilly. The pictures weren't that bad, but they were salacious enough for Bill O'Reilly's nightly B-roll of boobs, so he can go, look at how awful that is. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. It's awful. Look again.
All right, John, you agree. She can't call her a loser, right, John?
I would have to agree with the rest of the panel. Because of the photo, she's a loser. Not that they're that bad or that racy, but look, when you're 15 and you know you got Bill O'Reilly, an 80-year-old man, looking at you on YouTube or whatever, you're a loser. You're scarred for life. You're done.
I would never be able to live down actually having the loser graphic come up over her name. So, to save myself, I am going to call her a winner.
Also,
moving on.
And you got racier photos of you.
Former child star Gary Coleman married only 8 months ago to the much younger and taller Shannon Price, already headed for divorce court. Not just a divorce court, but the divorce court. Yes, the couple keeping it classy and appearing on the court show to dissolve their marriage. During the proceedings, Coleman claims, quote, the male is always the bad guy. And Coleman's estranged wife revealed they would have ugly fights, quote, if he doesn't get his way, he throws a temper tantrum like a 5-year-old does. He like stomps the floor and yells, me, and starts throwing stuff around. He bashes his head in the wall too. What you talking about, Shannon? All right, John, I mean, Gary Coleman, it sounds like, I mean, I feel bad for him a little bit, but he's got to be a loser. He's going on divorce court to do it.
Dan, if I got divorced tomorrow, I couldn't get on TV. Are you kidding? 8 months and he's got his own show? Please, he's a winner.
But Stephanie's going on to divorce court to get divorced.
Yeah, it's classy with a K, Dan. You're right. And by the way, one of the things apparently he threw at his wife was a printer. But I'm guessing at his size, maybe like one of those little Canon mini printers, or maybe like a little photo printer, something. But still, that would sting. That would
Cato,
sting.
Loser?
Yeah, listen, I think there's lots of red flags that Gary should have known, that he should be a bachelor. First of all, she's way too young. When your bride's registered at Gap for Kids, you know, right there. And when Reverend Jeremiah writes proceeding over your wedding, you know, another red flag.
Cato, does
so
this
Gary,
mean,
still a winner in my book. Divorce court, that's the winner. They're going to get ratings, and they're going to just air his dirty laundry.
Cato,
which, by the way, Dan, is the wedding gift that I got them.
Yeah, does this mean that you and Gary can go out partying again looking for women?
I smell a reality show.
All right.
Gary.
All right. Up next, Wesley Snipes, the Blade actor, sentenced to a stiff 3 years in prison yesterday. This is not so funny anymore. For refusing to pay his taxes, $15.6 million of them, according to prosecutors. He'd hoped character letters from his celebrity pals would help sway the judge. Stars like Denzel Washington, who wrote, quote, Wesley is like a tree, a mighty oak. And Snipes' co-star from White Man Can't Jump, Woody Harrelson, said, it's an honor to call Wes my brother. The judge, not impressed, made an example of him for other so-called tax deniers who rely on century-old Supreme Court cases and other rejected legal theories to legitimize their refusal to pay taxes. John, I was thinking about joining the Red Light Deniers Society to argue that I should not have to abide by traffic laws.
Good luck with that. You might actually be able to get away with it, but let me tell you something. Wesley Snipes is such a big loser. Even Geraldine Ferraro said, wow, I guess not all black men are lucky. This guy's, he's got trouble. When you show up in court with $3-5 million checks and they still throw you in jail, bad.
All right, look, everyone's going to agree Wesley Snipes was a loser this week. Everyone's going to stay with, let's get the loser.
I don't know, John. I don't know. 3 years seems a little excessive. Who's going to protect us from vampires? Who's going to play basketball with Woody Harrelson?
Up next.
And by the way, excuse me, but why isn't Fox News analyst and alleged prostitute toe sucker Dick Morris in jail on tax? He has a tax problem.
But apparently he cleared his up. So up next, the week's winners and losers continue with first daughter Jenna Bush, who may be voting for Clinton or Obama. Coming up. Now with our panel for our final winner and loser of the week. First daughter, Jenna Bush. You'd think she'd be supporting John McCain, but earlier this week she appeared with her mom on CNN, and Mrs. Bush sure looked surprised by Jenna's answer.
You have a favorite between the two Democrats?
My favorite is the Republican.
Yours too, I would imagine.
I don't know. But I mean, you know.
Are you open to?
Yeah, of course. I mean, who isn't open to learning about the candidates? But I mean, and I'm sure everybody is like that. But I honestly have been too busy with books to really pay that much attention. Who
isn't open? You mean like the woman next to you? Take another look at a freeze frame of Laura Bush's face when Jenna says that. You think she's happy about this, Cato?
Absolutely not. But I think the winner, Dan, is McCain. I don't think he wants the endorsement, actually. I mean, the Bush's approval rating is so sky down there. It's just, it's probably a really great thing. And by the way, I read the book, Read All About It, and Jenna, more pictures.
Stephanie, I mean, that says to me that Jenna Bush is not supporting John McCain.
Yeah, I don't think Laura has given that stank eye since George was drinking. I think Jenna got beaten about the face and head with a bag of oranges when she got back to the White House, in my personal opinion.
Yeah, I mean,
that did not go over well.
I mean, John, there is no way that she is not following the race.
Well, that's the odd thing. I mean, Dan, here she's saying she's too busy promoting a book to read about the candidates. The name of the book is Read All About It. I think she needs to change the name of the book to have your ghostwriter tell you all about it.
Stephanie Miller, Cato Kalin, and John Ridley, thank you. Time for the PO's box.